When I was in school, I had a crush on this one girl, and whenever I would see her, I would literally get this pit in my stomach. She could be walking up the stairs on the other side of the school, and I'd be on this side, on the other side of the hall, and I'd still start sweating instantly. That's how nervous I would get. Now and again, I worked up the courage to speak to her, but most of the time I was too nervous. And I actually just continued on that way all throughout school. Never let her know how I felt, never got any closure, nothing really happened. I would always think to myself, like, what can I do differently? How can I actually talk to this girl? How can I make her like me? How can I actually get what I want? But sometime after school, I met someone who changed my whole perspective. Don't waste your time chasing butterflies, build your garden, and they will come. He started to show me the bigger picture. He explained to me how if I continued my training and I set goals, that I could actually become this strong, successful person that I actually wanted to be. And he emphasized that this should be my main focus. He made me realize that I don't have to actually wake up and feel like shit. That I am worthy of respect and that I can actually get shit done. That I am in control of my life and not anybody else. And then naturally when you get shit done, you feel better about yourself, your self-image improves, and then you start this continuous positive loop instead of a negative one. The that's not really me mentality will hold you back forever. And I can actually remember the day I was going home after meeting him and I felt so motivated. I was like, I do not want to get rid of this feeling because once this feeling goes, I'm just going to be back to normal. So I knew I had to do something on that day to change how things were going. I changed my diet, started sticking to a routine, and over time I noticed things began to change. So just think about it for a second. What are your excuses as to why you can't do something? Bro, because I'm too shy, or because I have social anxiety, or because I'm too weak, or because that's not me. But where did this even come from? Like, where did these thoughts originate? You just completely made them up. You pulled them out of thin air. And because you made them up, you are the person that actually gets to decide what you have, who you are, what you're like. That's why when you ask any successful person, could I achieve what you did? They say yes. Because they are just someone who made a plan, worked hard, and stuck to it. The only person who thinks it's not possible is you. And this is not some just like think positively bullshit. This is actually the first step. It's the first step in doing anything. You literally need to believe in yourself. I feel like a lot of the time it comes down to whether you're a pessimist at heart or an optimist. If you go around with this optimism just in life in general, you're just going to feel better about things. You know, be optimistic. It's just a better way of life. And it's hard, but it's something you can change over time. How do you change it? You can change it by which actions you choose to do. That day when I went home after meeting that fella, here's what I did to actually make the change. I chose 3 habits that I liked. I created the routine and then I made habit trackers. The habits I chose were push-ups in the morning first, and then meditation, and then journaling. And I tried my best to do them every single morning. I can get them all done in about 30 minutes. And 2 years later, that's still something I stick to every day. You've obviously heard of a downward spiral, but starting your day like this creates the opposite of it, an upward spiral. Because think about it, you get these like small wins in the morning, and that makes you believe that later on in the day, you actually can do more stuff. You go about the day with a better attitude and a better work ethic than you would have had if you didn't do those things. Let's say instead of that, you decided to wake up, hit snooze 4 times, maybe roll out of bed and watch some YouTube, some garbage that is not benefiting you in any way. That's like the exact way that you create a downward spiral. The day you create with that is a day filled with distraction, a low quality of work, and a lack of focus.